All of we know English is the international language. That's why we have to learn English. Basically, a spoken English. And if you want to be a fluent speaker, of course, you have to think in English. People are talking like think in English. My question is how to think. You can think by different ways, by watching movies, by talking with others, by reading newspaper, such. But you have to think about correct pronunciation. Correct pronunciation is much more important for a spoken English. When we are talking, of course, we have to talk like native speaker. Native speaker means who are from British or American. They are the owner of this language. We cannot talk like ourselves because English is not our language. It's British or American language. That's why we have to follow them. And be careful about correct pronunciation while talking with others. If you don't have correct pronunciation, no need to think to talk with others. Correct pronunciation is the first and pre-step for learning English. All of we are trying to learn English by translating. It's terrifically wrong decision for us because pronunciation is the most important things for talking. All of we want to be a fluent speaker. What do you mean by fluent speaker? Fluent means who can talk without thinking, without making sentence, who can make sentence instantly. So you have to think in English. You have to think English to English. You no need to think from Bangla to English. It's very wrong thing. In our country, people are trying to do this. My advice for you, please, you have to learn English for your betterment, for your business, for your job, for getting any types of opportunity, any types of big opportunity. Please try to learn English, especially spoken English. And no need to learn English by wrong way. In our country, the educational system is not so good for learning English, basically spoken English. They emphasize on grammar. Believe me, grammar is nothing for learning English as well as spoken English. English is not the terms of learning, it's the terms of practicing. If you want to learn English, of course, you have to listen more. First, you have to listen, then you have to try to talk and others. And believe me, you will not able to get any partner to talk. You have to manage from yourself. You have a mobile phone, so you can use it. You can make videos and you have an option to review. This is the best way to learn English, basically spoken English. Most of the people in our country, they know how to talk, they know how to make a sentence, but their pronunciation is so bad. That's why they have to take care about the correct pronunciation. Even most of the renowned university students are very weak in correct pronunciation. So please come forward for learning English with correct pronunciation. I'm Reza. For business communication, English is so much important. Basically spoken English, because you have to talk with others, you have to talk with foreigners, you have to talk with your employee, you have to talk with your foreign customer. So be careful about learning English and about the correct pronunciation. No need to think about learning English without correct pronunciation. You have to learn English with correct pronunciation. Grammar is nothing. Just believe me, grammar is nothing. You no need to think about grammar. You no need to think about grammar. You just think about practicing. You have to practice more and more. You have to listen more. You have to watch more. You have to talk more. You have to think more to learn English, to learn a spoken English. Please try to do this. Don't try to make sentence, and don't try to translate from any language to English. When you have to learn any types of language, of course you have to learn from that language. No way to learn from your native language. Believe me, from my experience, I want to know you. Please think about pronunciation, think about listening, think about talking, and much more things are very important. But grammar is less important for making sentence, for talking, especially basically in generally for spoken English. Thank you very much for having with LeetCoach Academy.